Right, now I've got a quad flying over me head somewhere. No idea where it's coming from. Might be the old fella sitting down. Right, I've got my easy lights on. Red light on. So I'm ready to rock and roll. Yeah, everything seems to be going okay. Takeoff time. Yeah, them old easy lights they come out quite good, I must admit. Hovering or kiting. Shows you how windy it is. Let's get back into the old close proximity again without taking my head off. Yeah, not too bothered about cutting shapes today. I just want to do some close proximity. Type of thing I know that most clubs would not allow. Because of health and safety. But there again, I can hear people behind me. Yeah. So a couple that are sitting down by the bench. Well, that's fine. Because up here, when people can see you flying. I mean, I've come up here before now and I've sort of been doing coming for a landing approach, and they can see where I'm going, they can see what's actually happening. No, whoa! Glad I don't wear a toupee. That'd be hanging in front of wheels by now. I'd have a hairy undercarriage. No, I shouldn't say that. That sounds totally wrong. Whoops. But so you did this at a club. I think I'll get slung off in about 10 minutes because I've seen old Martin on his field and he's got to stand in a box and you know, you just can't do these types of things. I suppose it's understandable, you know, if there's other pilots there, but to me, a little bit too regimentated. If you're on your own and there's no one else there, then I think the rules should be laxed. So you can do close proximity and do some tomfoolery like this. So I know there's quite a few clubs where you can't do this type of thing. It's all sort of it is all distance flying. To me, I don't know, you've got to be a bit well-rounded when it comes to flying. You know, everything's got its place. There's no one up here today, so I can do close proximity. See, when it goes by them trees, unless it's got the lights on it, you wouldn't see it, you know, because it's dark trees, black plain. But up against the sky, regardless what there's here, look, you've got absolutely black cloud up there, you can see it, the silhouette, no problem at all. Blue sky, no problem at all. But the only problem is when you do come in low, unless you've got that light on the front, that red light, which I forget how many what that is, that red light, but I mean I can take that a fair old whack away up in the sky, so you just about see the plane. Shouldn't do really, but you can. But it's still, you know, I can still see the plane, so it's still visual line of sight. But it just makes it a lot easier for orientation. And of course you've got the old easy lights as well. I mean they're pretty good. They're quite sound. Yeah, that wind is certainly getting up. So this is ooh, bit of a tip there, but the configuration on this, in fact I think that's about the first time I've ever tipped it. You know, you've got a woman here, she's got a whole park to walk in with a dog, but no, she's got to come over. You imagine if you had a sign up here saying landmines. They'd still walk on there just to see if there were landmines. Right, now she's buggered off, she's gone. Right, let's see if I can do a touch and go with these glasses on. Well, here's your answer. No, I can't. No, the ground up. Oh no, I keep blaming the ground up here, but it is absolutely atrocious. The because it rained, the ground up here was never great, but it was flatter than what it is now. But because it's rained, it's a bit like pouring a bowl of water on some laminate flooring. It just swells right up. It just does. And it just gets silly. I'm determined to get a decent landing. Cool, that wind is strong. Quick takeoff. Yeah. Well, that was an odds-on bet that plane was going to go up straight away. Some stiff old breezes, see? Christ, that wind is picking up. This wasn't forecast for today. Wasn't forecast at all. Yeah, I've chopped the throttle. Just gliding. Just gliding. Let's see if I can do a... There we go. Let's do a Draco landing. Oh, I love taking Dracos. To me, I don't know, just overpriced and overrated. Up we go. Hey! As Gina said, she likes a turbo timber. Yeah, which I can totally understand. I mean, that's got everything in it. Great plane, great plane. The only thing it hasn't got reverse, but you really need reverse? Not as if you come out of a parking bay, is it? To me, it's just a gimmick, just to do a shorter stop. Seen a few vids on the Draco, and it's the first law of engineering, unfortunately. The more you got on something, the more there is to go wrong. And that suspension isn't that good. Let's do a controlled one, shall we? Yeah, nice bit of crabbing. Yeah. That wind is gusting like you wouldn't believe. It's gusting. You got to be right on your sticks today. In fact, I'll run this battery out, and I think I'll call it a day, because I know what's going to happen here. This is going to end in tears. I can see it happening. It is going to end in tears. It's supposed to be having thunder and lightning today anyway. That's absolutely dead stick. I'll just give it a little blurp, just to bring it over to me. Let's take out to my bag. Although the ground is extremely bad up here, extremely bad. The undercarriage on this thing is, I don't know, it's a bit like sort of spring steel. There's no springs or anything as such on there, but it's just very, very forgiving. Nice sized tyres, foam is. Well, you can see what it's like running all over that ground, how rough it was. Quite a few rough landings, but no, I think I'll call it a day today, because it is going to end in tears. I can see it coming. Let's say let's pick the old fella up. So you've got that. I mean, that red light. I mean, does sort of. I can take it way beyond them trees if I wanted to, and I could still see the light. In fact, I could take it right over by the rugby post, and I'd still see that red light, basically, because where it is in the spectrum of light. Then I've got my easy lights underside, you know, which make a nice effect, and it just gives you that little bit more orientation, but don't really need it, because it's the colour of it, because it's all black. It just cuts a good silhouette out against the sky, whether it's blue sky or thick cloud. It just cuts a good silhouette, so you can't lose orientation. The only problem you have, and that is when you're going with a backdrop of trees, or when you're coming into land. So I've got my long distance glasses on, the tint down, and it's sometimes a little bit hard to see, but with these lights at the front, brilliant, no worries at all. So today I'm going to call that a day, before it does end in tears, and I can see it's going to happen. So discretion being the better part of valour, I think, is the terminology on that one. And dust is dust.